commissioned just before Christmas to write music for a theatre company. The theatre company, Vocal Motion's Elastic Theatre, had received funding to produce a show that contained some scientific principles together with art. The concept that Vocal Motions came up with was Baroque Box. The production took place at the Greenwich and Docklands International Festival between the 24th of June and the 2nd of July. The production is set within a large black box installed at the King William Colonnade at the Old Royal Naval College. It consisted of 21 performances over 9 days. The concept is that the artist, who is loosely based on Bernini, has just been given the commission to portray Saint Teresa in ecstasy, in sculpture form. It was quite serendipitous, the commission for Baroque Box, because I had been working on pieces for my next album with the band Cello Man, which I lead, and I decided to go with a Baroque flavour, so I'd been doing quite a lot of research into Baroque music, analysing Pergolesi, Bach, Vivaldi, and just absorbing the styles of that period. I'd also, at the time, had just been to see St. Matthew's Passion at a local church, and I think 2 days after that I got the phone call to write music for Baroque Box. The composition of Baroque Box was split into 5 distinct sections: the Overture, Vision 1, Vision 2, Tarantella and Aria. Linking these were short pieces which are called lectures, where the scientist gives his theories, accompanied by cello continuo, which was mostly improvised, but began over the 21 performances to be more set.
So as it seemed, this calamity suspended in the cavities containing the spirits, and is moved by them.
It was initially suggested that it should be a mixture of Baroque music with contemporary music. Although it does have that, I was originally going to go with different soundscapes and sound effects, and we scrapped all that.
I think musically it's very well crafted in how the score underpins the action without ever intruding on the more crucial narrative points. It's very concise, very economical, but manages to conjure up all the different moods and atmospheres necessary, much like a very dynamic film score. Tonally, the writing is very sympathetic to the natural blend of tones.
We ended discussions on the instrumentation of clarinet, cello, violin and percussion. In the end I composed for B-flat clarinet, bass clarinet, cello, violin and an assortment of percussion, whatever I could find. I borrowed some drums from a college I work at, and we bought a couple of pieces of instruments. So we have buffalo drum, tambour, glockenspiel, small darbuka and tambourine.
It's a very balanced use of the instruments. The percussion can be as loud and rhythmic or as subtle and textural as necessary. The cello flits very adroitly between a very sort of baroque, set of lyrical sort of lines, and the various registers of cello are used very well. It can also serve as a very rhythmic underpinning for what's happening melodically on the higher voices.
The director, Jacek Scarso, was very open for me to develop my own ideas, but he did have a particular concept of how he saw it. For instance, he requested that there will be a tarantella, an aria. And in fact, the aria is the only piece that I included composition for voice. The aria needed to be a set piece, which would be the same every night. The process of recording the pieces was very important to me, not only to archive the music as a composer, but also to the very fact that we just performed Baroque Box 21 times meant that the players would completely understand what was required by the music and would perform as such on recording. In order to get the best results, I booked a very respectable studio in West London called Eastcote with lots of analogue gear and beautiful microphones, meaning we could get the optimum sound. The recording took 5 to 6 hours, and we recorded everything except for the singers on the visions, but we did record Maya on the aria. It's the artist's explorations to discover what ecstasy is, which is encapsulated by the end in the aria.
O sole,